All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all the honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachai Korash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, whom I learn from daily. Shalom, my sister Aki and Ba'akwaf, who listen and tune in as well. And just, wanted to do a lesson, on just stuff, I've been seeing going on in this world, which you Akim and you Akwaf you probably seeing as well. Is that the pot is boiling over. You can see these people are ready. These people are ready to explode. All right, Esau Edom beginning with the elite, they're bringing that pressure, man. All right, everything's going up, everything's expensive, and we're feeling it too. You're feeling it when you go to the grocery store, the gas station. All right, your bills, everything's going up, man. And if you got little ones, it's just, it's even more expensive, man. All right, and these people, these people are boiling. All right, and it's very important that we walk circumspectly. All right, without too much rambling, let's go ahead and grab this. Isaiah 19:14, and it reads, "The Lord Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof." All right, so there's a very perverse spirit here in this new Egypt, man, which is America. All right, and this is all, the will of Yahweh Shemal Shai, but, we still have to move accordingly. Just because you know the truth, just because Yahweh Shemal Shai, doesn't mean that you are exempt, from judgment. All right, if you get out the spirit, man, the Yahweh Shemal Shai doesn't care, man. We are. What does the scripture say? The judgment must begin at the house of the Lord. Those who know that they Israelites. All right, because the Lord he's holding us to a higher standard than these 2/3. These 2/3 they can do stuff and get away with it, man. I've seen it. I've seen it on the job. I've seen it on a daily basis, man. The 2/3 they can get away with literally anything, man. All right, but soon as I do something, so-called wrong or make a mistake, all right, it gets blown, it gets blown. The picture gets blown to 1,000, man. All right, why? Because that's the Lord. He has the scopeo on us, and they have caused Egypt to earn every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his own vomit. All right, so there's a very perverse spirit here in America. All right, let's go ahead and get this word perverse, just to further explain. Perverse means deliberately or stubbornly going against what is expected, reasonable, or accepted, often for the sheer purpose of being contrary. So these people have a rebellious spirit on them, man. People, just something, I've been noticing, man, is people been driving real crazy. All right, real crazy. I remember, even when I was young, you would have that one or two, a-holes that were just driving like idiots. All right, but now it's like, man, everyone's, weaving in and out of traffic. People riding each other's, tails. People are just, people are losing it. That pot is getting ready, to boil over, man. People are angry, and that's what Mr. Swab said. Prepare for an angrier world, man. All right, and that's where we are. You know, people are pissed off, man, and it's showing. Showing in the way people drive. it's showing and you going into somewhere, to an establishment, maybe to grab something to eat, or, you know, or handle some business you got to handle, man. People ain't got that. People ain't in that customer service spirit, man. People are showing their true colors, especially these Edomites. All right, stubborn, contrariness, irritability. All right, people are irritated. you know, Corrupt, wicked. Okay, this is a very wicked society, man. Okay, let's see. Philippians 2:14, and it reads, "Do all things without murmurings and disputings." All right, shouldn't be murmuring and having disputings, man. Talking behind each other's back. All right, if you are amongst a brotherhood, you know that's off, man. Philippians 2:15, that you may be blameless and harmless. All right, this is how we should move in this world. To the best of our ability. All right, trying to be blameless and harmless. Wise as harmless as dove. Wise as serpents. All right, because we're amongst wolves, man. These people are ready to take each other out. The sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation. Okay, this is what speaking to the Philippians, and that was back then. So how much more now? You know, how much more now, man? In 2026, this is a perverse nation, man. All right, among whom you shine as lights in the world. All right, and that's how we should be to the best of our ability. It's not gonna be perfect, but like I said, to the best of our ability, man, in this wicked nation, this wicked kingdom, you know, because what people can see that light on us, whether you believe it or not, people can see it, all right, and it irritates them. They already, angry, you know. So, let's grab this second Numbers 15:5, and it reads, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world." All right, mental illness is a plague. Besides the other plagues that the Lord is bringing. You know, different sicknesses and diseases and things of that nature. Mental illness is a plague. All right, and these people are mentally ill. All right, these people got spirits and demons on them. Okay, heavy, strong demons, man. You know, I gotta deal. I have to sometimes deal with a Jake. Okay, that I have to drive with, man, and he's just bugged out, man. All right, full of demons. Can't sit still. You know, always smoking cigarettes and all right. It's man. These people are crazy, man. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. 2 Kings 15:16 for wickedness. All right, that's what perverse. Okay, the Lord has me with a perverse spirit, a wicked. There's a wicked spirit here. Have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So this place, man, is extremely wicked. All right, you got people who are witches and warlocks, roaming. Just you might work with a witch or a warlock. Man. That's how wicked this place is. All right, and you wonder why the spirit is super off when you get around them. Is because they probably diving in divination and doing who knows what these people do behind closed doors, man. There's a movie with Vin Diesel called Witch Hunter. All right, very very good watch, man. It just shows, it shows that he can see, people who were witches and warlocks, and pretty much everyone on this planet was a witch and warlock. Which ultimately it goes with the scriptures. All right, rebellion is the sin as witchcraft. All right, these people are witches. they're rebelling against Yahweh Shema Shai. So yeah, ultimately they're witches, man. All right, that movie called Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel, very good movie, man. Very spiritual. All right, we'll go ahead and end off here. Ephesians 5:15, and it reads, "See then that you walk circumspectly." All right, always paying attention to what's going on around you. Always being aware of your surroundings, man. And that's one thing Jake doesn't do. Jake doesn't. It was, the majority of the news is bullcrap anyway. But still, they do put some helpful information on the news. And Jake don't. I don't watch the news. And man, watch the news. See what's going on in your city, wherever state or city you live. See what's going on. Don't be unwise. All right, not as fools, but as wise. That's using wisdom. When you know what's going on around you, or you know what's going on in your neighborhood, all right, where you live, things of that nature. Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right, we're in some very very evil, wicked days and times, man. Okay, where people are, we getting ready to see, the barbarian nature in these people, man. We getting ready to see the sick nature, of these Edomites as well. All right, because Esau is about to lose it, man. He's about to go crazy. His kingdom is falling. He's getting ready to get extremely evil and wicked and violent, man. Okay, but with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the body. Till next time, shalom.